Welcome to day 7 of the healing journey. I'll be honest with you, I didn't do much today at all. As a matter of fact, I'm actually about to go to bed. But I then realized that I didn't do my video for today, so I'm quickly doing one right now. Honest with you, I don't think I did any of the habits today, which isn't good. I didn't write in my journal. Today's the 27th, right? Yep. So I didn't write in my journal, I didn't meditate or do any breath work. I did do movement, I did do a big exercise, big workout. So I'll proudly tick that off on my habit tracker. This is what it's looking like. I've been relatively consistent. Most consistent on the meditations. I did meditate yesterday. I forgot to tick that off. There are some habits that I did last minute. Meditation was one of them. So I have been most consistent on meditation. Second to that is gratitude. Those are just those two core habits that I've been doing for ages. So it's pretty hard to not be consistent of them. I haven't been that great on breath work. I've been pretty decent in journaling. When I gratitude journal, I kind of end up just like making an additional 2 entries or whatever. But I spent most of the day looking and thinking about books and stuff. I kind of want to I've got this ambitious idea to write a book. Everything I've learned, I want to just put it all in one big text. But the thing is, I've never written a book before, so I'm trying to learn about how that stuff is kind of done. But that's something for down the line. Obviously, finishing that is far down the line, but starting that is something that I can start today, which I did. I haven't started writing anything. I've just started trying to figure out what I'm actually going to put in this fucking thing. Writing maybe will start tomorrow, but so not much on the healing habits, but I did spend not that much time on the social media and stuff. In fact, it was a lot less than what it normally would be. I was on Instagram for about 15 seconds at the most. I spent a bit of time on YouTube for, I was just watching educational videos on, how publishing works, self-publishing and stuff, and formatting things on Word and whatever. And Instagram's the only social media I have, so that was it. It was just those 15 seconds on Instagram. So it was really good day for avoiding the bad habits. I avoided sugar well. I didn't touch any video games. And it's been great. So I'm going to do a few last habits, and there's a bit of advice for anyone. If you're at the end of the day and you're pissed off at yourself because you didn't do the habits, you got to remember that 1 second gets you the tick. Just attempting the habit gets you the tick. So the fact that this isn't 100%, a little disappointing in my part, but that's okay, because it's the start of the journey, never really done some of these habits consistently for over a year, like breath work and movement. But the meditation, I'm getting stuff in my throat and it really hurts, so I'll end this video soon. And the meditation is something that you just sit there and you can just breathe for 10 seconds, long breaths, and just focus on that thing and let it go. And this great analogy I have is, you imagine a cargo train is going by and each carriage is your thoughts. And whenever you cling onto a thought and you're you're really thinking about that thought, and that's when you pull a lever or something to stop the train, and you're there looking at the carriage, you're watching what's inside it, you're searching through the things. Or if it's a negative thought, there's some fucking hipster in there screaming oh, and fucking you're ugly, and you fucking should stop doing this, you'll never reach success in your life, all those negative thoughts. That's the fucking hipster in this groggy shitty fucking carriage, and we almost always pull the lever on them to stop the carriage, and then you start listening to them, and that's bad. What you want to do is, when you see that bad carriage, and remember, the carriages are your thoughts on this train, right? So you're there on the outside, you're looking at your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. You're not the carriages. You're the bloke that's standing on the side looking at the carriages. And when you see this disgusting one of this hipster, you don't like stop it and you start like listening to him, and you're like, oh yeah, bro, this guy's spitting some facts. You say, what the fuck is this thing doing in my train? You like laugh at it. You're like, get this fucking loser out of here. You know, you disconnect the carriage and you just fucking throw him off the edge of a cliff. You're like, get out of here, man. Like, piss off. And then somehow he always finds a way to return, and he's like, hey, you looking real skinny today. You should go. Oh, I don't know. It's fucking negative bullshit fucking thoughts. We all have those negative thoughts, and you just gotta tell them to fuck off and never come back. He always does though, but that's okay. And that's what meditation is. So if you can just do 10 seconds of that, or get one repetition of, getting distracted from your breath and then returning your focus back to the breath, or, realizing you're not your thoughts, you're observing them. That's the meditation done for you. You can tick that off. The gratitude journaling, just sit there and think for a bit. What am I grateful for? Oh, I'm grateful for, this stack of books that that I'm resting my phone on. There you go. Grateful for that. And then write it down, and that's that habit ticked off. Journaling. What's on your mind right now? I didn't record my video today. I'm doing it last minute. Tick that off. Breath work. I don't know, like breathe a bit, hyperventilation. Do the session, do the guided sessions if you've never done it before. I still do them. And then movement. Just wave your arms around, bob up and down, like fucking tap your body, get a little bit of a sweat going, elevate your breath, that sort of stuff. Movement is still one I haven't done an in-depth video on. I really want to do an in-depth video on movement soon. I just got to lock in and make these videos before it's like the last fucking second. Anyway, 1 second gets you the tick. So at the end of the day, just do that. I have no idea what I'm going to title this video, but thank you for watching. Check out the links in the description if you want to see more from me, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.